Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me? Right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people has asked me for a tutorial I have on engine control and more. So, by what I mean is I'll show you throughout my steps of my key bindings. I will. To clarify, I have not got this aircraft, I am researching this, but I'll have it soon. Well, fingers crossed. So, let's go further ado, let's go. Okay, so right now, obviously, we've started in realistic mode right here, but what I'm going to do is change it. So, my key binding is, so if I shoot into my controls, oh no, wrong way, wrong one, here it is, full realistic controls. So first, to toggle control mode is my right shift, so that is the one, that is the shift bar underneath enter. That'll be, so if I show you, there you go, I'm switching between all of them. So I'll switch back into mouse aim. Okay, so now we'll go to engine control. Engine control is very useful. It is in terms of restart, but I have noticed a glitch within mine for some reason. I think it's a glitch in my keyboard controls setup. I'm not 100% sure, but what happens is sorry, just checking my microphone there. Right, so what happens is sometimes on like a certain engine, on like whatever engine plane it is, one engine cuts out. It does. Now that's not me doing it, that's the keyboard accidentally doing it itself. This keyboard is actually kind of an old keyboard, and it's an old school keyboard, so you can guess what beatings it's had for keyboard. Let it have some chance. So when I press capital, so that's caps lock, it puts it in, so all engines it does, and then toggle engines is T. That basically turns them on and off. Mixture, I have them set, but I've never actually used them. Propeller pitch, now you can assign that, but there is problems and there is good sides to it. If you don't know what you're doing with it, you could put your engine into reverse. You can put your picture prop into reverse thrust, and now that is extremely dangerous, especially in combat situations, because you can get into a flat spin, or because if one engine has less thrust, is producing less thrust than the other, then it will make you roll more. That's why feather prop has been introduced. It has. So what feather prop does is so let me explain what feather prop is at first. So the engine stops running, it does, but the blade is still pitched in the direction of the wind. So in context, so basically the wind is actually driving the engine itself, not the engine driving itself. So the engine is causing drag. But then if you feather prop, so basically you turn the blade of the propeller, its knife edge, into the wind, because a propeller is shaped the same way as a wing, because a wing is slightly curved to produce lift, same as props. Radiator, don't use it as often, but it can help, depending on what engine you're using, especially with Rolls-Royce Merlin engines, so I find with the Spitfire. Now with these ones here, never really messed with these. I think these are to do with jets. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm nowhere near jets, so yeah. Now this one right here, that is also on your keyboard you see question mark, yeah? But if you hold shift and you press that, it'll go question mark. If you don't hold shift, it'll just slash. That is my toggle prop. And then I've got my, well, you can obviously tell here, and so I haven't got these ones set up. In fact, let's do those right now. There we go. Now, there you go. Now, also, another thing I haven't managed to find yet is fire extinguisher. Now, I would have thought they would have had them. Apparently, I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, but planes like the either Lancaster or the Lincoln, or like the Meteor, or something like well, whatever, like was something like a tier 5 upwards or something like that. Apparently, they do have extinguishers. They do. But I've had a hard time trying to figure out which one it is. Now, RPM control or turbocharger. Now, that must mean for like turboprops. And it says in next magneto position. I actually haven't got a clue what that means exactly. But I've always had a feeling that controls for all engines. Now I think that is for a flight joystick thingy. I've forgotten their name. Flight control column. That's it. One of those. You know, one of them things. Now these, not 100% what they're sure what these are for, but but I've got my mouse here. I have, so if I hover over it, it might tell us what it is. If I left click it, no. Okay, let's just click on it. Okay, let's just press this one. Numpad 5. Okay, we'll put this one to numpad 6. Okay, let's go here. Don't worry about that bit. Okay. So if we press, nothing happens. Now, I'm having a feeling that's to do with jets. But now I've just realised. Now that I've pressed caps lock. Look, magneto positions. What are they supposed to mean? So if I throttle up real quick. Alright, let's toggle them downwards. Okay, we seem to have shut our engines now. Somehow. Magneto position. Actually, I think I've possibly found what these could be. So if I cold brake real quick. Now then, if I deactivate a few engines, like control parts, so I've pressed number 1, 2, 3, so it's only left with 4, so I'm running the 4th engine at the minute, so watch, I'll turn it off. There you go, see? Now I'm turning it back on. So then if I press this button, what's that gonna do? Okay, that's new. I've actually never seen that before happen in planes before. I had tried this key binding setup, but it has never worked for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, let's see if we can start the engine again. So then, yeah, this must be the system to extinguish your engines if needs be. But by the looks of it, it doesn't actually make a fire extinguisher go off. Now, I know this much. For the B-17s, in like war movies, in a couple, I can't remember some of the names here. One of them, they have like these fuel thingies that you cut off the fuel to either that wing or with that engine, and the process shuts engine down. But obviously, War Thunder isn't that sophisticated. God help us if it was that sophisticated. So let's quickly go into here. Let's press page down. Alright, next, I guess it's called. So let's go back and let's see if that does anything. Alright, our engine is restarting. So if I press supercharging gear. I think I know what this means. Okay, so then if I switch to all full control, and then if hello Wolfcraft. Okay, so then if we quickly taxi, right here, there we go, that's better. Okay, so now if I hit the brakes real quickly, okay, so if I press the same key again, and if anybody has to clarify, I'm playing this on PS4, but I've got a keyboard attachment. Okay, we are taxiing, we are drifting now. We are drifting. Okay, so Sync tells me, yes, Wolfcraft, War Thunder on PS4 is actually quite good. You can play this with PS4, you can play War Thunder with computer players and Xbox One players, but on your PS4. So, let's say my friend is on Xbox, and I'm on PS4, we can still play together, but only on this game. We can't like interact with each other as we do in parties and squadrons, well we can in squadrons, but it'll just be a bit more sophisticated. Okay, so then if we activate number 5, numpad 5, wrong button. Okay, if I activate numpad 6 a couple of times, and voila, yes, I think I found a way to extinguish engines, everybody. Now let's go try it in a simulator battles now, yes? Right, so, without further ado everybody, let's try and see if we can get the superchargers to work. Hey Wolfcraft, I'm doing a tutorial if you want to know.
Okay.
Turbocharger. Ooh, wrong button again. Keep doing that. Okay, so now, people, now that we have got the engines working in your computer, in your keyboard controls, let's figure out on how to use weaponry. So it's obvious right here, we use, well, you can obviously see what I'm using here. Yeah, I still don't know how to fire air-to-air missiles. I have to admit, I've not managed to use that yet. So then, if we go to main control, so then, right stick up and down, so that's throttle axis, that's on the controller, and then I've got X and Z, I have, and then A and D for roll, and then W and S for pitch, and then a Q and E for yaw access. And now we go to this part. Now, ignite boosters, not sure what that's supposed to be, but I'm figuring that's for jet aircraft, not sure. So then here's my next part. So flaps down on keyboard will be F, flaps up on keyboard will be R. Toggle landing gear is G. And I've never actually, hang on, left air brake, F4, F3. Oh, I did program these, but I've never actually used them. Oh, what's this one? Drag clutch. Clutch. What's that? Left button, up button. Let's try that. So if I go like this, so it's left button up. Let's just start the engines. Okay, I think I've actually... Oh no, I see now what magneto positions do. They kill the engines off. So that way you don't have failure, just for emergencies. I see. Right, so then if we press... something tells me I'm pressing the wrong button. Drag... Left button up. Oh, left button. Up button. Okay, I was doing it wrong. Left button, up button. No, what is that supposed to mean? Unless it's the tail resting hook for aircraft carriers, then that's probably what it is. Unless, no, I think I know what it is. If anybody's noticed, my friend NMGS, he has a jet. He does, a French tier jet, and he needs a parachute to slow down. I think this is what the keypad is. Well, I think that's what it is for. But like I say, I don't think the Lancaster will have a bloody parachute on the back of it now, will it, guys? So there's those bits clarified. So, gunners is just basically all the same. Camera control, I don't really bother with that. More things to go wrong. And, well, yeah, aerobatic smoke, X, cockpit, open cockpit C, cockpit lighting L, and is it trimming aircraft is actually very useful, and I mean it's very useful, especially if you're cruising with a heavy bomb load you are. Because, or like if you're doing something else, because like when you go into turret view, your aircraft automatically levels out. And let's say you want to continue descend or climb, then you just trim your axis. The aileron trim axis. Now, I've never really think you would have needed this, but I can see why you will need this. Let's say, like, when I'm in my Spitfire and I have one aileron ripped off, then I can use this the trim axis to re-level the aircraft by itself. Never actually done that. Rudder trim axis. Now, I've never used this, but they are useful. What it is, so let's say you've got like more than one engine, 2 engines on either wing, or you've got 4 engines, or you've got 2 engines. You have. Let's say one engine cuts out, but then you're only producing thruster at one side, and then in process, if you don't have feather prop, or if you do have feather prop on the other engine, the aircraft will still, it won't go in a straight line. So, by using your rudder trim axis and your aileron trim axis, you can pitch the aircraft into a sort of maneuver. I can't remember the maneuver, but it's performed by glider pilots, you basically you rudder. Let's say you direct the rudder in the left. You do, and then you roll the aircraft into that. You do, I think, or was it opposite? I can't remember now. That's a slide slip maneuver. That's what it's called. So you almost put your aircraft in a slide slip maneuver, but then that also drops a lot. You descend quickly, but without gaining altitude. You descend quickly without gaining speed, and it's actually very useful in War Thunder. So I found. So without further ado, guys, let's go. Let's take this aircraft for a taxi, and let's take off. Okay, so we'll put engine power. So, also, what I have found best is... And this thing has air brakes. You can hear it. Wow, that's actually quite cool. So, what I found is, if... the two outer engines, if you use those, it's actually better to turn. So let's say I shut down controls for 2, 3 and 4, but keep the engines running, and then just use engine 1 and put it to full throttle. You should see me starting to rotate. Now, if I was crafty enough and to pitch the props on the right wing backwards, so they were in reverse, and pitch the left props to a maximum forward potential, then I can rotate 360 degrees without moving forward. Now I found this really useful, this aircraft I have, but if you're doing this at high speed, you tend to either rip the tail wheel off, and then this happens, you overshoot your turning. So then if I go like this, and then use these two engines to turn, and then hit the brake as soon as it does it, and then activate these other two engines. Oh, I didn't quite do it there, so you know what, let's just taxi. Let's put the engines up to 47%, and let's just align. Let's put the flaps down to take off whilst we're at it. Okay, we're about to have a drifting Lancaster here. Oh no, come on now, come on. I'm really unprepared for some reason, and I don't know why, but I am. Okay, let's go into mouse aim control. But let's use the rudder one lot more time. So I found out if you're using your aileron control, your everything, you're basically your controls you've just set up for your simulator battles. But if you're a mouse aim, if you use them, the aircraft will still fly towards your mouse aim. It will. It's very useful in dogfights. It is, so I found, and sometimes it can be very annoying. Especially on head-on dogfights, because you can use, if you're going at the right, if you're at the right speed and levelness, then you can use the rudder to roll the aircraft. Because originally aircrafts never had ailerons; they had the simple tail fixtures, I believe. So this aircraft is quite prone to dropping, so we'll leave the flaps down just a little bit longer. It is, so I found, if you watch my War Thunder crash montage, you'll see this aircraft crash over there at some point because it's stalled. I found out this aircraft likes stalling a lot. Let's put the original blue aerobatic smoke on. There you go. Okay, so we are airborne now. So let's try the shutdown. So let's see. We'll deactivate engine. We'll perform the test on engine 3. So ready? Shut down. Alright, that should have done it. Yes, it did. It worked. Now, can I restart you with T? No, I can't, but hang on a minute. Did you automatically feather? No, it didn't. So I have to automatically feather prop. So look, you see now, it's not feather propped yet. And I've just noticed something. All my engines are starting to overheat due to their Rolls-Royce model engines, and they do not like to stay at 100% for long. That's what I found. So let's level out, just going along here. So, now, without further ado, let's try and use the turbocharger on it. Alright, never mind, we're not just going, in fact we're not going to bother with the turbocharger, just in case. But actually let's try it. So supercharger gear, let's go 1. Let's see, does that make any speed difference with one engine out at 82%? Okay, let's switch to supercharger gear point, yep, the other one. Does that make any speed difference? Yes, it does. It makes us go slower. Ah. Okay, there's a new thing I found out. Look at that, you learn something new every day. So if I switch, if I switch back to supercharger gear 1, I should, yeah, I'm speeding up on 3 engines at 82%. So then if I unkill the engine 3, so put it to there, unfeather, and T, there you go, and it should start, there you go. So it's gonna throttle it up and throttle it back down so it gets some startup fuel, there we go. Right, so let's get up to 82. Is that 82? Is that, I can't see from here. Yeah, it says 80. No, it didn't. It didn't say 82. It said 62. All right, so. Right, all engines are at 82%, and we are gaining speed. So then if I switch to supercharger gear 2, okay, one of the engines hasn't changed. Oh, that's why I haven't activated it, that's why. But it's enable its engine torque. Yeah, shut up and return to battlefield. Okay, so then if we re-throttle back to 82, we're at 81%. Right, so then if we toggle back to 80, so if we toggle back to supercharger gear 1, we should find we're speeding up. I can't quite see my instruments on the corner of the screen because of the cloud cover. Let's change it to bomb view so we can see it on the black. There we go. 177 at 81%. Oh, 178. Alright, let's change from supercharger gear 1 to supercharger gear 2. Alright, we have changed to second, and we are decreasing speed rapidly. Yeah, so there is a difference. Alright, let's fly on supercharger gear 2 and see what we can get out of it. Let's weep the engines. 175. Still no change. Oh, now we're speeding up. Oh, oh, well, hang on a second, I could dive a little bit there. Okay. But we're slightly gaining speed there, but I wouldn't say much. I would say Supercharger Gear 1 is better. Oh, seriously, return to the battlefield already. These maps need to be bigger, man. Alright, let's do a, what's it, turn. So full throttle it. And then pull up slightly, and then the rudder. There we go. And then if I, so then, as I'm on my side, I've got no wing. I've got no wing to, so look, see, I've got no wing to produce lift. So, as in process, the wings I will start losing speed due to it and going down. So if I use the rudder to stabilize myself, then I can use the rudder to pitch the nose in an upwards direction, which in turn will keep the aircraft going in an upwards position long enough to complete the turn. Basically, don't do bank angles too sharply in big bombers like this. Second reason as well, a lot of pilots don't know this, and in fact, let's go to the hangar and I will show you in a different aircraft. So when you're at, let's say, a 80-degree angle and diving down at something like 400 knots, you're probably thinking pull back on your control column. Well, that's wrong. Well, let's establish a altitude measurement. Yes, first. Let's take this one for a spin. So, let's say you're at, I don't know, 1,000 feet off of the ground, from sea level, and you're diving at 300 knots towards the ground at 80 degrees. What do you do? Here's the question a lot of people I found the answer to. A lot of people say just pull back on your control column, which will be this thing right here. That thing. But that is wrong. What you need to do is push forward on your control columns, because what happens is, you know what? I'll show you. It's easier for me to show you than me tell you at times. I really am serious, guys. I think you'll understand if you see it than me show you. Well, you know what I mean. This is my first time doing the tutorial, so let me know. So, let's get up to, let's say, 2000. And there, alright, we're good, okay, ready? So, you roll over and you're going at, let's say that. A lot of people will go like that. You don't. What you need to do is go like this and stay, well, that's with the G-force. Okay, it's obvious the G-force is a problem in this game, so yeah, obviously. Ignore that. So, what you're supposed to do is, in fact, I missed the step there. That was me failing there. Sorry. Right. So if we just go vertical quickly, upwards. Oh, shut up! I know we're near stall speed. I know what I'm doing. Damn it. Oh, flaps down. So flaps at slow speeds generate lift. It does. So by putting flaps down at slow speeds is actually a big help. So if you ever notice, let's quickly slow right down. So look, it says critical speed, push nose down. So if I put flaps down, it automatically goes away. Right, level off, ready? Okay, so, you like this, yeah? Right, what you're supposed to do is, throttle back, so you like this angle. A lot of people will go pull up. what you do is you go like this, or you roll over in the spin. Oh, careful, careful. Whew. Yeah, my aircraft ruddered slightly there. This aircraft I found in, well, actually, better idea. Let me show you in simulator controls. It'll be easier for all of us, because easier for me, for starters. Mind you, the aircraft does like to do its mind of its own, so yeah, that's the only problem. Okay, so there we go. Alright, ready? So, cut throttle. So, you like this. Yeah, it's going like this. And you're 80 degrees. So, a lot of people will go pull up, pull up, pull. So, no, what you do is, you do this. You go level, inverted, and then you roll over. And voila, there you go. Just try not to get into a death spin, a flat spin. Then use your rudder to help you out. Or, whilst you're going down, depending on your speed and everything, and you want to do your altitude, sorry, roll back over and then try pull up. Oh, the wrong key. I just shot a cow. Right, so I use a bit of rudder right here. There you go, see? I rolled, see? Now also, a lot of people probably don't know this because they use mouse aim, is if you roll on your side like this, you're not really going to turn fast, are you? Well, quite a few warfighters may know this, but this is for beginners. Right, so what you do is you roll like that, and then you pull up, but you pull. Uh-oh, that's not good. We're in a spin. Shut the engine down. We might survive. No, we won't. Okay, I don't know how we got in a spin there, actually. I actually don't know. I think there's a glitch in this type of control. I'm not 100% sure. Also, another trick. Put your landing flaps down on the Spitfire on takeoff, and look at that, you're already up. I can outrun the... Oh god. That was delayed reaction time. You see, I'm just going to make myself look bad now, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, so let's not go to full throttle. Flaps down. Let's go to something like a nice steady cruising speed. So let's go to something like 83. Alright, let's push down on the control column a bit to level the plane out. So there you go. Why does this aircraft have as a thing about rolling this direction? Right, now we full throttle it. Oh no, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. What? Okay, this is actually getting a bit weird now. Let's go from full controls, go to simplified. Let's try the simplified controls. This might help. Flaps down. There you go. Ooh. There you go. That felt much smoother. Oh yes, this feels a lot smoother. Alright, so I use just skim the tail wheel. Alright, so if I use rudder and then a bit of roll. So rudder again, a little bit of roll. See, we can stay level but still turn at the same time. The only downside to this is you can lose control fast. So don't abuse your rudder and don't neglect it, because your rudder can come in very handy, so I found. Alright, let's go get that target that's over there. A vehicle? It's so shiny. My precious, I want it. Right, let's go say hello. No, I'm not very... Okay, abort! I do enjoy flying like this, but I wouldn't fly like this in head-to-head combat because I'm not very, what's the word? Not very, I don't know, to be honest, how to say it. Yeah, also another really big problem there is on mouse aim. So let's say your mouse aim is level. Let's get the aircraft level first. Right, flaps down, we've stalled. Alright, there we go, look at that. Look at that, just look at the aerobatic smoke and look how good we recovered on that one. Okay, so look, watch this, okay? Let's say you want to do a loop, yeah? But the mouse aim, when you go like this, I'm still holding the stick upwards, yeah? It just puts me into this. So that means I've got, once the aircraft is upside down, I've got to hold the stick downwards. But then when I get to this point, it does that. That's a really big problem, and I've noticed that I did since 1.7. I did, because I've played this game since beta edition, and I have noticed a lot of changes since beta. I mean, this aircraft I'm flying right here used to be a premium. So I'm using a little bit of rudder on my sticks right now. Oh, too much. We're gonna hit the deck, No, we're not. Yeah, boy. So most people would say I'm a bad pilot. To be honest, at times I think they're right. Oh, go on. Yes! Look at this, boys. So, if anybody has ever seen my one-wing Spitfire mess around, then this defies it, because whenever I go one wing, it's me losing an aileron, not 3/4 of a wing. So yeah, I'm gonna record this. Oh yeah, boys, look at that. You said I can't fly one wing Spitfire, boys. So then so this is where rudder. Wait, why can't I switch camera view? Yeah. So this is where your rudder thingy, sorry. Thing. What was I gonna say? This is where your yaw and your roll trim can come in really handy. Now I'm just thinking, if I go to simulator, what's it gonna react like? Personally, I don't really want to find out. But for heaven's sake, for the video. Oh god, no. We could have landed that. Yeah, also, if you're landing, let's say, a one-wing aircraft or very damaged, I suggest keep at high speeds, because if you go at low speeds, then you're gonna lose control of the aircraft. So I suggest let's just go into a battle then, I guess. Hey Wolf, you wanna play? I think he's gone, guys. Yeah, he's not responding for some reason. Give him a minute, he might respond in a second. Well, I didn't want this aircraft. Okay, let's see. Right, I'm not researching the Lancaster at the minute because I'm researching this one so I can get the Whirlwind. Now this aircraft right here, I actually do like the looks of, to be honest. A lot of people would say this is an ugly plane, but to be honest, if I was going to add 2 engines onto a Spitfire, this is what it would look like, to be honest. This is actually what it would look like. I don't know why, but yeah, this is what it would look like to me. Yeah, but the first time I saw this aircraft, I was wondering, what on earth is this thing? I mean, just thinking about it though, I mean, look at how open the pilot's cockpit is. I mean, yeah, you might get pilot sniped. I mean, like, for instance, look at the P4, the P-38 Lockheed Lightning for instance. I mean, like, look how open that is. Now I know this one's not called the P-38 Lockheed Lightning, but it is the P-38 Lockheed.
Okay.
Oh, you are back.
Yep.
You ready to go?
Right now I'm doing Britain.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
doing Britain.
Oh,
I only have both theory.
Oh no! Don't
stuff.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know a way where you can get really high airplanes. Like just ready up, and then I'll do it for you.
Oh god, that's BR 4.0. Oh god. Please no. Yeah, I was pretty much here all this time. It's just that.
Oh, you was just quiet, yeah. So I'm trying to give a alright, let's go then.
I'm ready.
Right, head-to-head combat. Air combat control. Oh, this one here I think you'd like. Okay.
What?
A Spitfire F Mark X VI. That's the premium one. I've got that.
Ooh, a Mustang? Look at that. It's a premium vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't really look into premium.
All right. This aircraft, I think you're gonna like.
Really? Which one is it?
Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm just really gonna get a drink, okay?
Okay.
Right, don't take off until I'm there.
What is this?
And I've just realised. Yeah, I've just realised I'm not in mouse aim control. This is not happy days for me. Wait, what is this aircraft? Yo, why can't I look around my aircraft? Okay, I have a problem. I think I've messed my controls up. Yo, my controls are way sensitive. Yo, like what on earth? I'm crashing. Aren't I? Yep, I'm crashing.
Yep, there. Oh.
Oh, that's... Yeah, no, I realised something. I've screwed up my controls big time. Again. Okay, you know what? Hang on a second, I return to hangar. Oh my gosh, I can't even do that. My controller's just gone... What the hell has happened? My everything's just gone sensitive. Why is everything gone sensitive all of a sudden? Well, can I just not get a drink anymore then? I think that map was broken.
What?
I think that map. I think something's broken. Yeah, something's not right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something's gone wrong. Something has gone terribly wrong. Yeah,